Here is a subtle problem hiding inside every dense retrieval system. You embed a question, then compare it against embedded answers, but a question and its answer barely look alike. A 3-word query and a rich paragraph that resolves it live in completely different neighborhoods of embedding space, so their vectors may never actually meet. HyDE flips the whole thing on its head with one audacious idea. Ask the model to make up the answer first, then search with that. Let us break it down. So why would a made-up answer ever beat the real question? Look at the mismatch side by side. In ordinary dense retrieval, you embed the user's question and hunt for nearby document vectors. But questions and answers are shaped differently. A terse query like effects of caffeine on sleep sits far from a full paragraph that actually explains those effects, so the right passage can hide just out of reach. HyDE changes what you search with. You ask an LLM to write a hypothetical passage that would answer the query. Then embed that fake answer and search using its vector. Now you are matching answer against answer, and the retrieval tends to land far closer to the passages that truly help. Let us trace the whole trick end to end. It is only 4 moves, and the strange one sits right in the middle. Follow each stage. Start with the user's raw query. Something short and underspecified like, "Why does my sourdough collapse?" On its own, that phrasing is a poor match for the detailed baking passages that would actually answer it. That gap is the whole problem we are about to sidestep. Now the audacious move. We hand that query to an LLM and ask it to write a hypothetical answer, a confident paragraph explaining why sourdough collapses. It may get details wrong, even invent a fact, and remarkably that does not matter one bit yet. What matters is shape. That fake passage has the vocabulary, structure, and texture of a genuine answer, so we embed it into a vector that lands right where real answers live, instead of where terse questions live. Finally, we search with that hypothetical vector, not the questions, and pull back the real documents nearest to it. Because we compared answer against answer, those neighbors tend to be exactly the passages that resolve the original query, with any hallucinated details washed out by the real results. Strip the trick down and 3 ideas carry the whole thing. It generates a fake answer and searches with its embedding. The hypothetical document is purely a means to an end, a better-shaped probe, and it is never something the user ever sees. It matches answer against answer instead of question against answer. By closing that shape gap in embedding space, the search lands near the passages that genuinely resolve the query, even when they share almost no words. It shines in zero-shot and specialized domains. No fine-tuning or training pairs are needed, just a generative model and an encoder, though every search now pays for 1 extra LLM generation up front. Alright, let us pin down the essentials. HyDE has an LLM write a hypothetical answer to the query, then searches with that answer's embedding instead of the questions. The insight is a shape mismatch. Questions and answers look different in embedding space, so matching answer against answer often retrieves far better than matching question against answer. It helps most in zero-shot settings and niche domains because it needs no training data, only a generative model and an encoder working together. Its costs are the latency and price of a generation before every search, plus the risk that a wildly wrong hypothetical steers you off course. It is one of several query transformation tricks, and if you enjoy retrieval unpacked this cleanly, dozens more explainers are waiting over at Standarity.com. See you there.